Aussie Beach TV. You're watching Aussie Beach TV. You're watching Aussie Beach TV. The hottest girl.
Hi, it's Joelle here from Aussie Beach TV, and today we're down at the only Australian supermarket in Enoggera. And today we'll be asking shoppers about why it's important to buy Australian made and owned products.
G'day folks, it's Jack Russell down here for Aussie Beach TV. We're at the only Oz supermarket down here at Enoggera. Chuck-a-dingo, these guys have got all sorts of specials happening down here on Aussie made products, on Aussie owned products. Mate, if it's Aussie, you can buy it here.
Katie, tell us a bit about yourself and a bit about your store.
Well, a few years ago, about 8 years ago, my husband and I, we have started our family, and I'd go shopping and I wanted to buy Australian products and I couldn't buy them in the stores. I'd read every label and a lot of products just weren't in the general stores. So I tried not to start the business, but I was so compelled that I set up my own internet business selling Australian made and owned products. And that started in the downstairs room of our house and moved into the garage, then to a warehouse. So we've been an internet business for 8 years, but in the last few months we've moved to our new store, so people can come and buy anything here, but it has to be Australian made from an Australian owned company using Australian ingredients.
Could you explain a little bit about your mail order service?
Yes, so anyone can order online. Every product we have in the store is on our website. So anyone can order on our website, and we deliver anywhere in Australia or the world. We have free delivery to most areas of Queensland, Sydney and Melbourne. So, I mean, it's not about delivery. And
Why do people decide to shop here rather than elsewhere?
well, when you shop here, you know that every dollar you spend is staying in Australia. You know that the profits are staying in Australia. You know the products are made in Australia. You know you're getting quality products, quality food, grown to Australian standards.
Many companies such as Golden Circle, CSR and Kraft are now foreign owned. How do you feel about this?
Well, I think it's dreadful. I've seen the laws and why companies can be sold, but the thing is, renting a house and owning the house isn't the same thing. So even if a company manufactures in Australia, if the decisions aren't made here, the head office isn't here, the profits don't stay here, it's not the same. It's like renting a house. When you rent a house, you don't own it.
No.
So I think that Australian ownership and Australian manufacture is very important.
What is your message to the Australian public about supporting Australian owned and made products?
Well, as I often say, when you buy Australian, you're employing Australians. So always, whenever you can, buy Australian made from Australian owned companies, because you know the money's staying in Australia and you're giving someone a job.
Do you or would you be willing to use the mail order service if you are unable to visit the warehouse?
Oh mate, I'm into mail order services. It's how I met my last 3 girlfriends, was mail order.
With many Australian companies now manufacturing their products in Asia, what do you think can be done to reverse this trend?
I have to buy Australian, always, and buy locally grown products, definitely.
Do you or would you be willing to use the mail order service if you are unable to visit the warehouse?
I live 2 minutes away, but I order my groceries from 100% Australian companies and get it delivered. So yeah, I'll use it, definitely.
Aussie Beach TV.
Do you or would you be willing to use the mail order service if you're unable to visit the warehouse?
Yeah, absolutely. I do a lot of my shopping online already. So if I was to incorporate that by Australian, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's so much easier. Who doesn't shop online these days, you know? We're all lazy in our own way, but this is only just down the road from me, so I can come here. But for anyone else, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would.
How do you feel about the prices and service here at Only Oz Groceries?
Great. Yeah, really good. I've met Kate for the first time today. Any questions I've got, she knows everything about the products. She knows what's in them. She knows where they come from. And I, from talking to her, know the personal struggle she's had to get to here. So yeah, absolutely. The service is great. You know.
You're watching Aussie Beach TV.
Many companies such as Golden Circle, CSR and Kraft are now foreign owned. How do you feel about this?
I don't think foreign ownership is any sort of solution. I think the people that will manipulate the conversation on foreign ownership have their own agenda, and I think that they are motivated by greed, possibly. I don't see any good motivation that would motivate a person to endorse foreign ownership. I think there's a fake idea out there that it's more intelligent to do this. It's not the case. It's not a big deal for freedom at all. It's not a big deal for prosperity. It's hurting us, and it's making us less able to grow and mature. And this is what it's about. You know, this is what everything I do is about, is mature. And when you are young, you take, and when you grow older, you have to give back. Someone has to give back, and I think Australians have to be free, they have to be responsible and mature, and they have to give back, and that's why I'm here right now.